Good morning on this beautiful Monday morning. We got a lot of crap we gotta talk about with Paul Levesque and this R-Truth situation. Also, we gotta address the mixed reactions I'm getting in the comments of me saying Money in the Bank was a good show. Now, unfortunately, some asshole left an empty carton of milk in my refrigerator, so I'm stuck eating Cheerios with water. Safe to say, I'm not in the best mood. So if you have kids around, send them to the back or cover their ears or do whatever you gotta do. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, before I start, I want to say shout out all the content creators. I respect everyone's opinion. Crip Man, C-Jax, Vince Russo, Dr. Chris. I respect everybody's opinion, so what I'm about to say isn't directed to them. They have good points of why they didn't like the show. See, a wise man once said, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I'm one of them content creators. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not going to see a show that I enjoyed, then come on camera and start saying that I didn't enjoy it just so everyone can be happy and agreeing with me. I don't give a shit if you agree with me or not. I told you I'm a 40-year-old mark. I want wrestling to be great. I don't want WWE to die. I wouldn't have nothing to watch. I don't give a shit about the finals. I don't give a shit about the Stanley Cup. I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. I don't care about none of it. But when you come on this show, just expect my honest opinion. I don't even think about what everyone else is thinking about. I don't even watch nobody else until after I do my video because I don't want to be swayed by anyone else's opinion. Now, this next thing I'm about to say, like I said, is not to any of the creators. I respect their opinion. I respect all y'all opinions in the comments. This is to the people that just started watching wrestling about 13 days ago. Understand this. When you was nothing but a sperm cell in your father's nutsack, I was watching wrestling. When you came out the womb of your mother and you was sucking on her titties, I was watching wrestling. I know what I'm talking about. I know a good show when I see one. I know a shit show when I see one. Now I got a few smartasses in my comments asking me, well, did you make a deal with TKO and Paul Levesque? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll be a lying sack of shit to tell you that if Paul Levesque and TKO offered me a deal, I wouldn't turn heel and take it right away. I just ate Cheerios with water. I just put about $4 in my gas tank. At this point, Paul Levesque offered me a few $100s. I'm turning heel. Now, we all know the chances of that happening is the same chances of LA Knight winning Money in the Bank. Nah, that wasn't strong enough. The chances of that happening is the same chances of Chris Benoit being in the Hall of Fame. Now, I was a little busy earlier while some of y'all was trolling me in the comments about my take on Money in the Skank, so I think we should get the virtual fade on it because I got time now. Let's get it.
You lucky on that day I was acting cool, cuz I told you I ain't got time for that, but today I got time, cuz.
Now I'm gonna address some of these comments. One comment from Daddy Mobu 1979. He says, that show was warm garbage juice. Come on, Bobby. Shaking my damn head. Are you sure you didn't accidentally drink some of those cleaning products you had in a bucket? Well, Daddy Mobu 1979. Seems you was born in 1979, right? So that means you're about 150 years old. It's 2025, sir. This isn't 1876 where two wrestlers was fighting in a Roman Coliseum. Now, I respect my elders and I respect your opinion, sir. You was there before wrestling was even created. You was there before there was even a ring, turnbuckles, ropes. It was no entrance music. It was no characters, no nothing like that. I advise you to go on YouTube and catch up on some things. They had something called WWF and WCW, ECW. Then when you catch up on that, catch up on some of the WWE product. It's not as at its best state right now, but you can't be looking at Money in the Bank or Money in the Stank and expect it's some of the wrestling you grew up on, Daddy Mo Bucks. Now we got another comment from Common Sense 823. This review is like a Jets fan being happy they only lost by 17. This is 9 out of 10? Really? 1. Down versus whoever the fuck was that. 2. The sheer number of botches in every single match. 3. Lyra versus Becky. 4. Women's Money in the Bank match was garbage. 5. Money in the Bank's match was garbage. 6. The main event was meaningless and lifeless. 7. The 30% attendance was 70% 70%. Hold on, bro. Common sense 823. Common sense ain't common nowadays, is it? 70% of the seats were empty. Oh my God, man. This has to be Stevie Wonder burner account or something. What show were you watching, sir? Now, I know some of you dudes want to be coddled and baby, just like a little baby with the papa, and you want papa to tell you everything you want to hear. Well, go to them other channels for that shit. I'ma keep it live and direct. Bobby Monsoon is gonna tell the truth and nothing but the truth. No pun intended. Speaking of the truth, let's get into that crap. Now, Triple H, since you finally booked a show that I like, I figure I'll return and give you a gift, a new name. I'ma call you Pinocchio Paul. After that press conference, you lying bastard. You said that the R-Truth thing was a work. I kind of believed you until I started thinking like, none of this makes sense. Now, shout out to ringsidenews.com. It says, according to Fightful Select, R-Truth's WWE exit was legitimate and his return wasn't a part of any elaborate storyline. In fact, multiple WWE sources confirmed that Truth initially didn't even respond to the company's outreach. He kept calling and he got left on red and sent to the voicemail. But once WWE CEO Nick Khan stepped in, things began to shift. You had a dude that given his life, blood, sweat, tears, missed time with his family, with his kids. Yo, he did everything y'all told him to do and tried to give him the boot. Yeah, people are going to get mad at that. People are already mad you robbed New Orleans. People are already mad you charging the left, right, arm, leg, arm, head, all of that, arteries. For WWE tickets, WWE merch. People are pissed off. What did you think was gonna happen? As I stated in my last video, a small part of the uproar came from content creators. The majority of the part came from you guys going in the comments, being on WWE ass, and without the people in the comments that's doing that, even some of y'all piss me off, annoy me to fucking hell. Man, without these people going in the comments and pushing that line, R-Truth will be somewhere on the couch. Now, it continues to state that the situation caught fire earlier in the week after fans blasted WWE over R-Truth's exit. Even R-Truth family members told others that the deal was finalized very late. When asked directly by talent whether his WWE exit was just a storyline, both Ron Killens and WWE executives said no. They also stated it wasn't a work. Paul Levesque. Pinocchio Paul, why do you have to lie, bro? The internet's not real. The internet's not real. You act like you're oblivious to the internet. You act like you don't got 17 burner accounts. Come on, bro. Cut the crap. Stop acting like you're some type of alien or you're not human or you don't take a piss, you don't take a shit, you don't sleep like the rest of us. You don't bleed like the rest of us. Give me a break. Come down from your fucking high horse and just talk human to us. Be real. When you mess up, you mess up. You make a mistake. We're gonna respect that. We're all human, dog. Stop acting like you're perfect. That was Kurt Hennig. Now, I see a lot of people saying R-Truth in his new deal, he's getting called Ron Killens. And now moving forward, if he does get released, he could use the name Ron Killens and being built on the indies and all of that. And that sounds good if that's actually real, but it's a little bit confusing. I go onto YouTube, they're still saying R-Truth came back at Money in the Bank. I go on WWE just to see if they changed his name. They still got R-Truth. Now, with so much crap going on, we're not sure that if WWE pulls some sneaky stuff in a contract where it doesn't start to a certain date or they just blatantly lied. We know WWE has a problem with telling the truth these days, but we're going to see in the upcoming weeks, is this true? Will he be going by Ron Killens? Does he actually have ownership of the name. Now, a lot of people might not know this, but how Vince McMahon used to run it, you never, ever, ever will have ownership of the name. The Rock, when he became a board member, he was granted ownership of the name, The Rock, and it was a big thing because it just doesn't happen. That's why if Ron Killens was actually to keep his Ron Killens name and the character and they built that gimmick and all of that, that'd be a very, very special deal. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best businessman. I'm not sure the intricacies of the deal. I can just smell bullshit when bullshit is presented. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Do y'all think R-Truth really owns the name Ron Killens, or is WWE playing another game? Let me know what y'all think about Paul Levesque lying at a press conference, and will the lies continue? Also, let me know what you think. What's gonna happen tonight or all on Netflix? Are we gonna get the same boring 2.5 hours of WWE wrestling? Will most likely what happen? Or since Money in the Bank was a little bit better, will we see a little shift? Since Paul Levesque's job is on the line, will he act like it's on the line and actually show up in Gorilla and book a good show for us? Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.